What's up, everybody? I want to show y'all my scooters. Over here we got the Razor. The kids ride it. Lead acid batteries. It can probably go about I don't know, but the batteries can go, it just doesn't last as long as it used to. Over here we got this was a Volt brand scooter. I get Slash Evo, Super Turbo, Elliott. They all look the same. Over here we got this scooter here. I like about this is it's very quiet. It's better than the Razor. It lasts longer. My kids love it. But back to this one. Now, this scooter originally was a 1,000 watt. So, when I bought it, it was advertised at, I think 25, at least 25 miles per hour. But the max I've probably gotten out of this was 18 miles per hour, which didn't seem right to me. Now, I stuck around with it for a while, so it didn't even have there was no turbo switch. There was no turbo switch there. So it was like, that was the max speed I'll get out of it. 18, 19, maybe 20. Definitely not 25 or 30. So, after some time, speed control went bad on me. So left it out maybe for a couple months. Summer starts to come back around. I say, hey, I gotta get my scooter up and running. Now, the first modification I did was I took out the lead acid batteries. Them lead acid batteries, damn, they're 40 pounds. This new lithium battery, only 11 pounds. Now, that alone is a slight speed gain. As a matter of fact, I felt a big difference riding it. The power, it lasted much longer. This scooter's easy to lift now. Like, before I used to lift it, I used to try to have a straight face to pretend I'm not really struggling, but I can lift it. But, deep down inside, that shit was heavy. These batteries is not like that. You could like feel the difference when you push the scooter around and everything. But to hook these up, all you would do is put your negative and positive with the speed controller. That's it. Doesn't matter what type of special connectors you have, as long as it's red with red, black with black. You can twist them together, no big deal. If you want, which I would probably recommend, I had took the fuse off red wire and I just added it to the red wire on the lithium battery. It's a 30 amp fuse. After joyriding with just the battery, I wanted some more power. So I got a 2,000 watt speed controller, and I've changed the motor, 2,000 watt motor. Yeah, so that was a big upgrade for me, and there's totally a big difference in riding this. Like, I've added my own speed switch. This speed controller has a three speed setting. Originally, the scooter didn't have a speed switch. But I tell you, when I ride this thing on low, I'm going 18 to 19, 20 miles per hour. And that was my max speed with my old motor. To be honest with you, the way I cruise around, 1 is fine for me. You know, but sometimes I want to get in the mood. You know, medium feels like high. I mean, high feels like turbo, you know, so it's like, right, you can get maybe 35, 40 miles per hour, I guess, depending on your weight. I don't know, probably more. I never really tested it, but this thing is really fast. I've added my own voltage meter. You know, I recommend getting one if you decide to get a lithium battery. You can, you know, monitor your battery voltage. Originally, when I hooked this up, it just came on. There's no off and on switch, you know, so there's gonna be times where you want to monitor your battery. So I took this switch from something else and I just added it to this so I can monitor it while charging, while riding, you know. Basically, yeah, this connects red and black straight to the battery or straight to the speed controller. They're both gonna be, all 3 of them is gonna be connected. Red with the red, black with the black. It's very simple. Yeah, this was my max speed on low. This was only on low. So I don't know how fast I'll go on medium or high. But yeah. Oh, another thing. I used to have this on the back wheel. This chain is a what is it, a TF8? Something like that. It's a much thicker chain than a 25 chain. And I realized riding with this chain loose is actually dangerous. Like, because what happened to me was when I had this tie on, as soon as I got home, like literally as soon as I got home, the chain came loose and it slashed the tire. But it didn't, you know, flat the inner tube. The inner tube was poking out. And I realized this is what happens when I ride with a heavy duty chain that's loose. Luckily, I wasn't going fast at the time. I was going fairly slow, probably like 5 miles. I don't understand how was I going that slow when the chain slashed. So I figure, you know, once that chain comes off and you kind of spin that throttle a little bit, you know, whip that chain. And I figure that's exactly what happened. But these tires had to go anyway, because as you can see, these are off-road tires. And the front is not off-road tires, so it felt very weird riding with this. Like it would just bounce. Like you can feel like it was just rough. Even when you drive on a smooth road, it just wasn't it. So I got the matching tires for the front, which is the normal tires. Smoother, feels faster. But yeah, there you go. 2,000 watt motor. If I could show you guys the old one, if I still got it. This is the old motor. There's no modifications for this. If you do buy this motor, make sure it doesn't have the clamps for the bolt, because you won't be able to slide it in. But this motor's actually slightly shorter. You would have to take this off to take the motor out. So when you're screwing this, and if you feel that it's not turning, that's because there's a bolt on this side that's turning also. So you'd have to hold that and then turn this. You only need to take one off. So yeah, that's it. Oh, by the way, this is a very good battery. I've rode this thing up and down, you know, all day. It's a very good battery. I'm 240 pounds. When I tell you I'm moving on this thing,